Hi and welcome to Griffin 2022. I'm Declan Green, I'm the Artistic Director, and I am super excited to meet you here inside your phone or inside your computer, one of the 100 tabs you have open right now, to tell you all about the 43rd season of Griffin Theatre Company and my second as Artistic Director. I don't want to dwell on 2021 because as far as I'm concerned, it's done, it's finished, and it's in the trash. There were things that were actually great during lockdown. I made some really good food. I got unexpectedly drunk over Zoom with my parents. I also threw my boyfriend a surprise wizard-themed birthday party. And that is what Griffin's 2022 season is all about. These unexpected, brilliant combinations of things that shouldn't really go together kind of just do. Let's go. So our first show of 2022 is Orange Thrower by Kirsty Marillier. This is a really beautiful coming of age story. It is about Zadie, a young South African Australian woman who is left at home for the summer in the really sticky and sleepy and hot suburbs of Perth when this act of vandalism starts throwing her life upside down. We are super excited to be bringing you Zinzio Kenyo's production along with our friends at National Theatre of Parramatta. Ghosting the party. This is a really hard one to talk about. I apologise in advance for everything I'm about to say, especially to my grandmother. Ghosting the party is a story about Grace, who at 87 decides one day that she's done. She's finished. She wants to leave the party on her own terms, and she wants her daughter and her granddaughter to help her do this. That probably doesn't sound entirely hilarious, but it is, and this is kind of the genius of Melissa Bubnick as a writer. I'm really happy that the person who is going to be leading this, who's going to be playing Grace, is the great Belinda Giblin. This incredible role is very safe in her hands. So this is a tiny but also epic story of family and love and dirty money. It's set in a decaying apartment in Singapore where a young orphan girl has been left in the care of her older brother, who she soon discovers is a gangster. It's anchored on stage by the incredible performance of its playwright, Merlin Tong, who's also starring in this incredible, surreal, reality-shifting play of her own devising. If you haven't heard the name Dylan Vandenberg, this is one you should really write down. He has already won the New South Wales Premiers Award, the Rodney Seaborn Playwrights Award, the Griffin Award. As an artistic director, I truly admire him. As a fellow playwright, I hate him. I loathe him deeply. This is a First Nations love story set against the background of First Contact, with a flirtation between two teenage boys turning into a life-changing and a potentially disastrous romance. I am so delighted that it will be coming to the stage in 2022 with one of Australia's great young stage actors, Guy Simon. This play combines two of my very favourite people from my hometown of Melbourne, playwright and performer Ash Flanders and the visionary director Stephen Nicolazzo. If you have seen Ash on stage before, you will know that he is a master of the chaotic and the camp. But End of is quite different fare for him. The show is about his mother. The phrase end of is Ash's mother's favourite catchphrase, and the way that she ends an argument is in like, no, end of. And that's kind of what the show is. The show is this very bruising and beautiful portrait of mother and son and the big end that awaits all of us. And to round off our main season, a real event. Nakia Louie's reinvention and ransacking of one of the best bad films of all time, Showgirls. So the main difference is in Nakia's version, her starlet is an aspiring dancer with very suspicious Indigenous ancestry on her mother's side. Nevertheless, she is going to stop at nothing to climb to the top of this First Nations casino burlesque show called Black Showgirls. Shari Sebens is going to squish an all-star cast of dancers and drag queens and scene stealers onto the stage. It's really going to be a big one. Alongside our main season, each year we have our two Griffin Lookout presentations. These are brand new works made by some of Sydney's most gifted next generation theatre makers. In 2022, we have Jessica Bellamy play A is for Apple, which sees a precocious 12-year-old girl, Shoshana, preparing for her bat mitzvah and romping through the Old Testament in search of role models. Elle Ree's Lookout piece is an entirely different proposition. She is devising an extraordinary piece of performance poetry on motherhood, migration, and endurance in Mother May We. And the last work I'm going to tell you about is actually our first up next year. A very special return season of a play that sold out before it even opened. Green Park by Elias Jameson Brown, which is coming back as part of the 2022 Sydney Festival. And that's it. That's our 2022 season. As I promised, lots of unexpected combinations, laughter and heartache, and quite a few moments of I can't believe I'm seeing this, and also an unexpected amount of mother content, I would say, as we realised. The best way to enjoy Griffin is to join the club and subscribe right now on our website or over the phone to save a bunch of money and get a bunch of amazing perks. Or if you prefer to have less money, you can wait for single tickets to become available in just a few weeks. They're still cheap, they're just not as cheap. Thank you. We can't wait to see you at the SBW Stables in 2022.